Welcome back. Thanks so much for joining us. You know, we like to invite our friends from Eureka Springs to come over from time to time. And we discovered Karen Gros last year, did we not?
We did, and she is. She has all kinds of information. You do all kinds of things, and we would love for you to tell our audience about what you do.
Well, I teach culinary classes in Eureka Springs every month in my home. So we do one day a month, it's a demonstration class, and the next day it's a hands-on class where you wear an apron and cook beside me. We follow seasonal menus, trying to buy as much as possible at farmers markets. So we have a lot of local produce. In fact, the dish that I'm going to feature today is butternut squash stuffed with locally raised pork.
Yum.
So,
okay.
And you get to have the leftovers.
Okay.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah. So
now, how do you become the expert? I mean, how do you get people to come to you? I mean, what have you done to
publicize?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, you hold secret dinner parties, and you
and
become
you
known as a really good chef. No,
okay.
Actually, I've been cooking. I've been doing this for 9 years in Eureka Springs, and quite literally, when we first lived out at Dry Fork, south of 21, I did do that. I had people over and started cooking, and so I just sort of expanded from there. And then in 2006, 6 years ago, in the summers, I branched out to share my passion for France and to take people on culinary tours to France. And so I do that every summer. I have 3 itineraries that we go. And so this summer I have a Paris trip for 8 days, and then I have a Riviera trip for 12 days.
That's just awful for you, isn't it?
It's horrible. Actually, the only tricky part gets to be restaurants noon and night for 12 consecutive days. But we can get over that. That's fine.
Do you cook?
And then we do some cooking on the trips, on the Paris trip, and then my Normandy and Brittany trip, which is a 10-day trip in July. We actually are staying in a Renaissance castle, and so we do a hands-on cooking party together
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
So that's
so
really
how many people do you take?
I take 8 people. And we go as a group of friends. You know, my husband is from Marseille, so he's French, and so I speak French and know the culture. We have a lot of connections, and I work with chefs over there, and we just go together as friends. We rent a minivan, and I drive, and off we go.
Wow.
So
what fun!
Up close and personal.
It is. It's fun, and we stay away from plugging into the big group tours to motor coach. We just do everything on our own, and then I hire guides, specialists, art historians.
So you know the back roads and all the nice places to go eat, out of the way, quaint places.
Absolutely, and it's all authentic and local. It's really fun.
Well, we need to be friends or somehow.
Yes,
if you just take friends.
Well, like I said, I think you should take the show on the road.
We should.
I totally agree with that one.
Yeah. Now you brought some. I want to talk about these pictures. Is this from part of the trip? Or,
yes,
or
this is from Provence.
Let's look at this one first.
In fact, this was taken in a small village called La Trophée, which is up above Monaco on the High Corniche. And beautiful, as you can see, the colors.
Yes.
It could have also been taken in Antibes, which is a seaside village there on the Côte d'Azur, or the French Riviera. And, the sun and the sea and the colors, and, of course, the vibrant cuisine and the people. It's really...
Okay.
How do the seasons there compare to, like, here in the
well, and this would be more like probably Southern California, in the Riviera.
Okay.
This is... on the Riviera near the Cap Ferrat, so near between Monaco and Nice, around in that area, and you're looking out at the Bay of Beaulieu there with the sea. So
beautiful.
Okay.
That's the Mediterranean.
And then this one.
And this is Ez, the perched village of Ez, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's literally a hilltop village that's suspended over the sea, and between Nice and Monaco. And just a joy to visit. Cobblestone streets and marvelous vistas.
Cool.
Now, have you already done your November class?
Well, I'm tying in with the Food and Wine Weekend that's over in Eureka. In fact, I think that starts today. And so I have a demonstration class on Friday and hands-on Saturday and Sunday. So,
are those already booked then?
Well, I have openings for the demonstration class on Friday, and I have some openings for the hands-on on Sunday.
Okay, but you do this every month.
Every month.
And, okay, and feature a different cuisine.
Well, let's get to the food. That's what my interest is.
So we have, this is winter squash, and you can use any kind of winter squash. I had been using delicata, but this recipe features butternut squash and what they call, this is a little champion, or any kind of acorn. Face down for 30 minutes to get the squash nice and cooked, and then the filling is just a simple onion, mushroom saute with the pork. And this pork, I think you all have, I believe it's Garnet Hill Farm, so there's a farm here. Yeah. This one comes from Mason Creek, south of Fayetteville, but he sells at the Eureka Springs Farmers Market, so that's how I connected to him.
What is this?
And then we have fresh sage. So sage is excellent with pork, excellent with the winter squashes, and it ties that in. And this is actually a dish that we served on our Thanksgiving table last year. So,
wonderful.
Sort of an alternative to the sweet potato with marshmallows.
Cool. And you just cut, for the squash, just cut it in half?
Cut them in half.
Don't put anything...
Well, I do salt and pepper and olive oil, and then face down on a parchment-lined baking sheet and in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. Get everything nice and cooked, and then I scrape out some of the flesh. With the butternut, you have more flesh there, and mix that in with the pork and the mushrooms and garlic and onion.
The skin on it tends to make it a nice little bowl shape.
And we have this recipe. It's going to be on our website, so we'll feature that.
That's right.
If people want to go to our website at hometowntv.net, they can look at that there. How can people get a hold of you if they're interested in some of your monthly classes?
Yes, I have my phone number is 479-253-7461. Of course, I have my website. It's Cuisine Karen, and CUISINE Karen.com.
Okay.
So.
And you're also on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And thank you all for having me.
Well, we thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We would love you to come back every week if you want to bring food. We'll always welcome people with
Or if
food.
you want to come to a class and...
I intend to do that. It just hasn't happened yet.
Bring the show to Eureka
We might
for a
do
morning.
That'd be
Let's
an
consider
awesome
that.
deal. Okay.
You're busy and I'm busy. That's the only problem, getting us both together.
We'll just have to work on it.
Let's work on that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Karen, thanks so much for being
Karen.
here.
Hey,
I
good
love
to
these
see
show
you.
and tell segments.
Okay.
And if you'd like more information about Karen and what she does, you can look at more information at the end of the show. And the phone number was appeared there. And go to our website at hometowntv.net, and you'll see a link to this recipe that you just saw here earlier. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking with Lorraine Whitehurst, Shelby.
With her daughter
with her
Shelby,
and then-
Kelly Wood, and
right.
her daughter Madison.
Stay with us.